Okay, stop. It's the middle of the day and you're not being productive. Why not? It's because you don't have clarity. You're going through the day on autopilot and don't have clear in your mind what it is you need to do next. Let's put a stop to that. Sit down to contemplate. You have 7 minutes for this. Get yourself comfortable. We will begin in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can procrastinate for several reasons. However, if you're a moderately productive adult, the most likely reason is that you're not certain where to begin. You might know you need to do a piece of work, but you're not clear exactly how to. You can resolve this by A. Thinking intently about the task, what it requires and how to begin, and B. Just beginning and letting events take their course. Let's start with A. What is your most important goal right now? If several come to mind, then select either the most urgent or the one which is going to yield you the best results. Get your highest value task in mind now. Now ask yourself, what is the next step in that task? For example, writing a specific chapter for a book, answering the first question in a piece of homework, or finding a bug in a piece of code. Think about it. What's the next step? Have it clear in your mind. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now visualize yourself starting that step. Is there something physical blocking you? Do you need to get some measurements and order materials before you can begin? Or do you need a piece of information from a colleague before proceeding? If you absolutely cannot get started without that, then that is your next step. But ask yourself also if it would be possible to begin even without that thing you're lacking and just incorporate it later. Ultimately, the aim here is to work out as clearly as possible what it is you need to do to move forward with the project. If instead it's a creative barrier that you face, for example, you know you need to write the next chapter of your book, but you don't know how to write it, then it's best to focus on B, just getting started and letting creativity take over. Frequently, we don't begin creative tasks because we can't map out in our minds exactly how we're going to create. This is the wrong approach. Instead, just work out how you will get started. Once that happens, creativity will take over. For example, if you're writing a book, visualize getting a coffee, sitting down, and just typing out some random ideas. Don't put any pressure on yourself other than to sit down and write an outline for 5 minutes. That is eminently achievable, and once you start doing it, your mind's creativity will likely take over. Likewise, if you have homework that you don't know how to do and are putting off, visualize opening the book, reading the question, and then looking up how to answer the question. Don't put any pressure on yourself to finish it, just to begin it. Again, 5 minutes of work is all you're committing to. So think about these two things, either what physical thing is holding you back, or the visualization of sitting down and just getting started for 5 minutes. Spend a minute doing this. 10 seconds. You should now have in your mind what your highest value project is, what the next step in that project is, and a visualization of yourself sitting down to start that step, even if only for 5 minutes. Before you get up, make an honest commitment to yourself that you will begin immediately. Set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes now, and be ready to press start once you sit down to work. When the timer runs out, you're free to stop or continue as you wish. Now, get up and make it happen.